What's up everybody? So in this video I want to talk about some results that I got in a recent shoot where I used Ektachrome. So I'm a big fan of shooting slide film, even though I haven't done it that often. So I shot my first roll of slide film a couple of years ago. It was Provia 100 and I absolutely loved the results I got with that. It was an overcast day. I went to one of the universities in Perth near me, and I got some amazing photos. It's some of my favorite photos I've ever taken. Since then, I've shot a couple of rolls of slide film and I've had nothing but problems. So the first roll I took on holidays with me when I went down south, took a bunch of photos with it, took it back to my lab, and they accidentally cross-processed it. So it was kind of really weird and red and unusable. And then I shot another roll, which didn't turn out, or I shot it and I don't think I ever got it developed because there's nowhere in Perth developed slide film. So when Ektachrome was released, I was a little bit hesitant in buying some because there's nowhere in Perth that actually develops slide film. So I have to ship it across the other side of the country to Melbourne. I wasn't a big fan of the idea of shipping my film over to Melbourne just because it seems like there could be some problems, it could get lost on the way. I don't really want to risk sending my film so far. But the other day I went out and I ordered a roll of Ektachrome and I thought, stuff it, I'm going to do it. I got the name of the lab in Melbourne that everyone uses and I shipped a couple of rolls over there. First impressions, I love this film. I think the results are great. You'll see so many people have videos on it and it's a really good film. It's a little bit expensive and processing slide film, the E6 process can be a little bit more expensive, but I'm definitely going to be doing it again as this has become one of my favorite sort of films now. I think I'm going to shoot a lot of it. So I'll put up some photos and a bit of a video. I hope you guys enjoy, and when we get back I'll talk about how I made the images and my metering and a few other bits and pieces. Enjoy! hope you guys enjoyed those photos and video. When I went out to shoot this roll, it was sort of heading towards sunset, and I went out with a few friends. We were running a little bit late, so we were a little bit rushed, but we went to Cottesloe Beach, parked up, and off we went. So my camera that I used was my f100. The reason I wanted to use this was it has a really good meter in it. I have my Sekonic, but I just wanted to be kind of simple. So I used my f100 and my 24-70, and then I set it to spot metering, and that's how I got all my meter readings. So when metering for my slide film, I was a little bit worried about the highlights blowing out. So you will see some of the images, or some of the images I took were a little underexposed. From what I can see, the Ektachrome has pretty good dynamic range, especially for a slide film. So I will be pushing it a little bit more in the future. But when I was metering, I was sort of trying to go for sort of a middle grey or like a highlighted side of a building. So in where the big beach building is, I would meter on the sun side of the sort of cream bricks. Some I tried metering on the shadow side. They actually turned out pretty good. I was happier with those, the shadow metered ones. But most of my problems occurred when I was shooting sort of towards the sun at the sunset time. I would try to meter on sort of the darker side of a cloud, or like a highlight side of a cloud, not like right near the sun, but sort of about a third away from the sun in the terms of where the photo was taken, the composition. I thought this would give me sort of a down the middle exposure, but what happened was I got quite underexposed rocks, and then the sun was exposed pretty nice, but I didn't like the underexposure. I think that's unavoidable with the film or with a slide film, because you just don't have that amount of range in the highlights. Like even a color film would struggle with that sort of shot. So I was pretty happy with all my results. And yeah, I think metering sort of somewhere in the middle when it's that sort of sunset time, golden hour, if the sun's behind you, metering for the shadows when there's not too much dynamic range seems to go pretty well. If there's a lot, I'd obviously meter for the highlights. Yeah, midday, I wouldn't be too keen to shoot this film. I'd rather shoot some Portrait 400 or something with a really big sort of dynamic range that can handle it. But yeah, so overall, I'm very happy with the results. I'll probably get another 5 rolls or so soon and just start shooting more of it now that I've got it. I've shot some on the Pentax 6.7, so expect a video with some medium format Ektachrome. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've shot Ektachrome before. How were your results? How did you meter? Let me know. Any information is always helpful to anyone that watches, and hope you guys like the video, and please subscribe. Thank you.